Have you ever wondered why some mornings feel like you're carrying the weight of years before your feet even touch the floor? Maybe you've noticed a gentle stiffness in your joints, or a fog that makes remembering a grandchild's name feel like chasing a fleeting memory. Today, you'll discover one simple vitamin, one that your body needs more than ever after 65, and how it can breathe new life into your days. By the end of this video, you'll feel empowered with gentle suggestions and real-life insights to help you reclaim energy, strength, and joy so each sunrise can feel as bright as it did 2 decades ago. Rekindling your natural energy with vitamin D. The gentle kiss of morning sunlight on your skin can feel like an invitation to wake, yet sometimes that warmth doesn't quite reach your cells the way it once did, leaving you craving another cup of coffee before you've even stood up. After 65, your skin's ability to synthesize vitamin D from sunlight diminishes, and that subtle dip can translate into fatigue that clings like a shadow, even if you've slept soundly. You deserve a breakfast for your soul that warms you from within, and vitamin D can be the gentle spark to rekindle that natural energy. Imagine a man who lived in a sunny coastal town where the horizon wore a glittering crown at dawn. He would rise early, drawn outside by the lapping waves, yet despite the radiant sky, he felt as though he were moving through fog. One morning, he paused longer to let the sun brush his face for 10 quiet minutes, inhaling the salt, sweet air. Later, he added a low-dose vitamin D supplement, chosen with care after a friendly chat with his pharmacist. Within days, he noticed a subtle shift. His thoughts felt lighter, his steps more assured, and the world seemed to glow with a little more color. Maybe you've noticed a similar pattern, the sun's warmth touching your cheeks, but your energy reserves stubbornly unchanged. It might help to integrate brief sun moments into familiar routines, opening your curtains wide before breakfast, rinsing dishes at the kitchen sink by a bright window, or sipping morning tea on the porch. As the light filters through, trace the sunbeams with your hand, or tilt your face upward like a sunflower greeting the day. These gentle gestures tell your body that it's seen, valued, and ready to move. Consider also the simple act of supplementing your sun time with a vitamin D capsule taken alongside a meal rich in healthy fats. A drizzle of olive oil on your avocado toast, the creaminess of full-fat yogurt, or a handful of almonds. Fat aids absorption, turning that small pill into a quietly potent ally. Always choose a dose that feels right for you, perhaps starting modestly and observing how your mind and body respond. One neighbor I once read about lived alone in a charming cottage surrounded by wildflowers. She found that pairing her sun ritual with a stretch routine, lifting her arms overhead to catch the first rays, then slowly bending side to side, felt nurturing. The warmth settled into her shoulders, and by the time she sat down for breakfast, she felt a steady glow rather than a fleeting flicker. That flourish of movement, combined with steady vitamin D support, offered her a calm confidence that carried her through gardening, phone calls with friends, and even a midday crossword puzzle with surprising clarity. You might also keep a small journal by your favorite chair, noting how you feel before and after those sun moments. Perhaps your mood feels brighter, or your joints a touch more limber. These reflections aren't about ticking boxes. They're a gentle reminder that you're engaged in a conversation with your body, listening and responding to its needs. Over time, you'll gather your own evidence of resilience and renewal. By welcoming more sunlight into your days and supporting it with thoughtful supplementation, you're honoring the energy that has powered you through decades of life's adventures. You're choosing rituals that celebrate the interplay of light and strength in your body, affirming that each morning can hold a renewed sense of vitality. In every soft ray you embrace and every capsule you take, you're weaving a tapestry of care that reminds your spirit, you still shine, strengthening bones and muscles for confident movement. Stepping into a new day should feel like unfolding a beloved story, not bracing for the ache of unsteady joints or fragile bones. After 65, bone density naturally declines and muscle responsiveness shifts, making simple actions, like reaching for the kettle or rising from a chair, feel heavier than they used to. Vitamin D plays a vital role in guiding calcium into your bones and supporting muscle function, helping each move feel sure and light, rather than tentative and strained. Picture a neighbor who hesitated each morning before watering her potted roses. She loved tending her garden, but stiffness in her hips made every step feel like breaking through invisible barriers. One spring, she decided to invite vitamin D into her routine. She spent a few minutes each day tending her plants right after a brief sunbath on the patio, and took a gentle supplement with breakfast. To her delight, the next time she leaned to prune a rose, her movements felt fluid, as though the stiffness had loosened its grip. The act of stretching toward the blooms became a comforting dance that warmed her body and lightened her mood. Consider weaving simple strength-building moments into daily life. While brushing your teeth, lift your heels off the floor and hold for a count of 5. When sitting, press your palms together in front of your chest and feel the gentle engagement of your core. Stand up and sit down slowly as if on a cloud, engaging muscles mindfully. Pair these micro-exercises with your vitamin D routine, perhaps taking your supplement right after a protein-rich meal, like a soft-boiled egg on whole-grain toast, to help deliver calcium to the places that need it most. Maybe you've noticed the familiar chair in your living room feels lower than you remembered, or that bending to tie your shoelaces takes more effort. It might help to set a small, daily goal, 3 sets of 5 sit-to-stands from your armchair, or a short, gentle walk around the block, holding a pair of light water bottles for resistance. Not only do these actions strengthen muscles, but they also create a sense of achievement, like small stepping stones guiding you across a stream. One gentleman I once read about paired his morning supplement with a ritual of mild Tai Chi in his sunlit living room. As he moved in slow, graceful arcs, he felt his muscles remember an ease he hadn't realized was fading. The combination of sun exposure, vitamin D support, and mindful movement wove together to create a tapestry of balanced strength. Each arc of his arms, each turn of his body, a testament to resilience. These simple practices are more than just physical. They build confidence. Each unhesitant step down the hallway, each stretch that greets tight joints, speaks of a harmony between body and spirit. By nourishing bones and muscles with vitamin D, and meeting your body's needs with kindness and consistency, you're composing a morning symphony of movement. It's a reminder that your frame has carried you through a lifetime, and with gentle care, can continue to do so with grace and assurance. Brightening your mood and sharpening your mind. A morning that begins with hope can feel dim if your thoughts drift through a haze or your spirits linger low. Vitamin D receptors in the brain help regulate neurotransmitters like serotonin, which uplifts mood, and dopamine, which fuels motivation. After 65, lower levels of vitamin D can leave your mind feeling muted, as though a familiar melody has lost its vibrancy. You deserve a sunrise that sings with clarity and warmth, and vitamin D can help restore that harmony. Imagine a cherished friend who spent her mornings by the window, crossword puzzle in hand, cherishing that quiet, puzzle-solving ritual. Lately, the words seemed to dance away, elusive as morning mist. One bright spring day, she set her puzzle aside to step barefoot on her balcony, closing her eyes to let the sun's first light tickle her face. She followed that with a small vitamin D supplement taken alongside a dollop of yogurt and sliced peaches. Over the following weeks, her crossword grids began to feel familiar again. Letters settled into place, and the sense of accomplishment returned. Her mornings regained a sense of promise, and she awakened with a lightness that made even simple tasks feel like gifts. Maybe you've noticed similar patterns. Rereading lines in a book, or feeling hesitant to start a conversation, as though your mind is treading water. It might help to pause and breathe deeply for a few moments each morning, feeling air fill your lungs and then release slowly, noticing any warmth that follows. Pair this with stepping into soft sunlight, even through a window, or sipping a tall glass of water beside an open lawn. Then consider adding a modest vitamin D supplement to your breakfast routine, choosing a form that feels gentle on your stomach. Small acts of mindfulness can amplify vitamin D's mood-lifting effects. Try keeping a gratitude jar by your breakfast nook. Each day, drop in one slip of paper noting something that brought you joy. Perhaps the chirp of sparrows at dawn or the soft glow of a neighbor's garden light. Reviewing these notes on days when your spirits dip can be like revisiting sunshine captured in a jar. Combined with consistent vitamin D support, these reflections help retrain your mind to notice warmth, color, and possibility. You might also invite the community into this practice. Share your journal entries with a friend over tea, or swap stories of small triumphs, like finishing that crossword or remembering an old friend's birthday while taking your supplement together. The laughter, encouragement, and shared rituals become an invisible safety net that bolsters your mood as much as any nutrient. By tending to your mind with gentle sun rituals, mindful pauses, and thoughtful supplementation, you're nurturing a bright inner landscape, one where thoughts flow clearly, moods lift naturally, and curiosity reignites. Each sunrise becomes a canvas waiting for the colors of your creativity, wisdom, and joy. In embracing vitamin D's support for your brain, you remind yourself that the capacity for warmth, clarity, and connection lives on, offering every day the chance to feel 20 years younger in spirit. Bolstering immune resilience and well-being. Your immune system is like a gentle guardian that stands watch over your health. Yet after 65, its vigilant strength can waver, making even a common cold feel more persistent and wearisome. Vitamin D quietly guides immune cells, telling them when to defend and when to stand down, helping to keep that balance as you navigate each season. By weaving simple rituals around vitamin D and self-care, you can turn each morning into an act of resilience. Imagine a man in your neighborhood who once dreaded the whisper of sniffles in the hallway, fearing that a simple draft would send him into a week of congestion. He began a ritual of stepping onto his balcony at first light, feeling the cool air brush his cheeks and the sun's rays warm his forehead. After those moments, he took a modest vitamin D capsule with a spoonful of oatmeal, then sipped a homemade bone broth infused with garlic and thyme. Over time, he noticed that when he did catch a cold, it felt more like a passing visitor than a house guest who'd overstay their welcome. Maybe you've felt the ache of lingering sniffles or the unexpected fatigue of an immune system stretched thin. It might help to pair your vitamin D routine with small, immune-friendly habits. Steep a cup of herbal tea, perhaps echinacea or ginger, while you watch the morning light filter through your window. The steam rising from the cup can soothe your airways, and the scent of fresh herbs can invigorate your senses. Gentle nasal rinses with saline can clear passages before bedtime, so you wake with clearer breaths. These simple acts, when repeated, become nourishing rituals that support your body's natural defenses. Hydration is another pillar of well-being. As you age, the sensation of thirst can become muted, leaving you unaware until you're already a bit dehydrated. Consider keeping a glass of water by your breakfast chair, maybe with a slice of lemon or a sprig of mint to enliven each sip. Every swallow signals to your immune system that you're committed to its harmony. Coupled with vitamin D, this quiet practice can help mucous membranes stay supple and ready to fend off unwelcome visitors. Restful sleep is equally vital. You might find the night stillness interrupted by creaks and turns, but small steps can nurture deeper rest. Dim your lights an hour before bed, stretch gently on your mattress, or breathe in lavender's soft fragrance. Let the vitamin D you took at breakfast echo through your day, settling a sense of security in your cells so your nights can be more restorative. Over time, you may notice that you awaken feeling less groggy, with fewer sniffles and a heart lightened by deeper rest. Perhaps you'll keep a small, well-being notebook by your bedside, jotting down how many sunlit minutes you gathered, your supplement dose, and any shifts you feel. Less congestion, gentler coughs, or a lighter head. Reviewing these entries can become a celebration of your body's wisdom, showing you how consistent care ripples into stronger immunity. By tending to your immune resilience with vitamin D, hydration, soothing broths, and restful nights, you're not just warding off colds, you're affirming that each breath matters. These caring rituals weave together into a morning tapestry of protection, reminding you that self-care is both gentle and powerful. In every steam of tea, every ray of sun, and every supplement you take, you're honoring the guardian within that keeps you well. Embracing sunlight, safe supplementation, and community connection. At the heart of vitamin D's promise lies a trio of allies: sunlight, thoughtful supplementation, and the warmth of community. That, together, paint each morning with possibility. After 65, you hold the compass for these three paths, guiding yourself toward brighter days, steadier health, and deeper connections with those who journey beside you. Picture a group of friends who meet each dawn at the edge of a quiet park, stretching toward the emerging sun. Their movements, gentle arcs and side bends, feel like a shared conversation with the sky. One by one, they take their vitamin D supplement with a sip of orange-infused water, feeling the tang on their tongues and the promise of nutrients meeting their bodies. Laughter mixes with the chirp of birds, and the simple act of meeting becomes a lifeline, reminding each person that they are part of something larger than themselves. Perhaps you long for that feeling of belonging. It might help to invite a friend or neighbor to join you for sunlight tea. Pour hot water over chamomile or mint leaves in a thermos, then head outside at a time when the sun's rays feel soft, morning or late afternoon. Sit side by side, sipping slowly, watching light dance on leaves. Then, share your experiences with vitamin D. How many minutes of sun you aim for, what supplement dose you've chosen, and listen as your companion recounts their own small triumphs. These shared moments carry a gentle promise. You are seen, heard, and supported. Inside your home, you can continue the sunshine ritual even on cloudy days. Keep a bright windowsill clear for your plant babies and yourself. Place a small chair beside a window that catches as much light as possible, add a cushion for comfort, and settle there with a good book or soft music. Let the light filter through glass, warming your skin and heart alike. Right afterward, take your vitamin D capsule with a spoonful of yogurt or a drizzle of olive oil. Fat that helps your body welcome the nutrient. To honor your journey, consider creating a sun journal. Each morning, note the time you spent in sunlight, how you felt afterward. More alert, calmer, steadier, and any small wins that followed. A more comfortable stretch, a brighter mood, or an unexpected connection with a passerby. Over weeks and months, these entries become a constellation of encouragement, evidence that your choices weave together into a life-giving pattern. Community need not be vast to be meaningful. Even a weekly phone call to a friend, shared over a cup of sunlit tea, can bolster your sense of belonging. You might exchange recipes for sunny breakfast bowls, perhaps oatmeal stirred with honey and topped with orange segments, or tips on spots in town where morning light lingers longest. In these exchanges, you cultivate both nourishment and fellowship. By embracing sunlight, safe supplementation, and community connection, you're crafting a holistic approach to feeling 20 years younger. You're building a rhythm that honors your body's needs and your spirit's yearning for warmth and belonging. Each sunrise becomes an invitation to gather light, wisdom, and friendship, an everyday ritual that reminds you how deeply you are valued and how brightly you can shine. As you close today's gentle exploration, remember that the power to feel renewed doesn't lie in grand gestures, but in small, steady rituals. Sunlit breaths, mindful supplements, and moments of connection. Your life is still rich with possibility. Each new morning a canvas waiting for the colors of your strength and wisdom. You've learned how this one vitamin can support your energy, bones, mood, immunity, and sense of belonging, inviting you to greet each day with open arms. Your journey continues, guided by warmth, care, and community. If today's insights have brought you encouragement, please share your stories in the comments below, and consider subscribing for more nurturing tips. Above all, know that each sunrise holds the promise of feeling 20 years younger, one gentle choice at a time.